Orcs have wives and babies. That's not what I was led to believe.
Oh, it was far easier to exterminate them in droves thinking they were born out of a mud pit, howling for man flesh. Brother!
That's my captain, my king to you.
Oh.
I'm kidding, Boromir.
Oh!
How's everyone doing? What have I missed?
3 rings for the Elven Kings. Sauron's now a blonde elf, and the dwarves are living off their frozen veg supply.
How long have I desired to look upon the kings of old, my kin, in 4K?
Okay.
Don't be afraid, 4 legs.
Is that what orcs call horses?
Yeah, not many orcs are fluent in the common tongue.
What do they call like a cat? Or other things with 4 legs?
They have a lot of misunderstandings. Probably have a good laugh about it.
That's powerful groups.
Thick. Even for a horse.
And there's the Black Forest. Nothing comes out of there alive.
Which doesn't necessarily mean that everything that goes in there dies. It might be so lovely in there that everyone decides to stay. Like a warm bath of eternity.
I'm sure that's what the orc was getting at.
Have fun! You're going to have a wonderful time.
Sorry. We've been following this horse for a while now. Is the lead character of this episode a horse?
Well, why shouldn't it be? We spend whole episodes where the lead character is a man, or a dwarf, or a hobbit. Why not a horse?
I knew you were a xenophobe, Elrond. I didn't realize you were putting all other civilized, intelligent races on the same level as domesticated animals.
How is that xenophobic? I'm saying everyone is the same. That's equality. You've got elves on top, and then everything else. Humans, dogs, bugs. That's a positive vision.
It's very calm for someone who is webbed up in a giant spider lair and has like 0 chance of survival. Oh, Isildur, you've been such a baby. We've all seen hobbits half your size fight a version of Shelob about 10 times bigger than that, without being anywhere near as much of a wuss about it.
Trap her under a glass and put her out the window.
Oh, good. Numenor. This subplot has some politics or something, right? I don't remember anything about it.
I found this subplot very memorable and meaningful, actually. After all, Numenor is the land of my noble ancestors.
Tenuously. I'm a lot more Numenorian than you, Boromir.
Go on then. Fill us in.
There's sort of a evil chancellor guy, right?
That rings a bell.
And he wanted, you say, power?
Wow. You remember it so well.
Where he was making some schemes with the Queen. Or against the Queen.
Why?
Because he didn't like that the Queen was...
They're going to be flooded.
I don't remember they're going to be flooded, Elrond. I'm trying to remember anything else.
I think there was a Palantir.
Just as long as everyone else is as hazy as I am, that's fine.
You speak so freely of dead kings, yet you refuse to utter your own son's name.
We shouldn't disparage the knowledge of dead kings, but, yeah. You should remember your own kid's name. If only out of politeness.
They'd remember Anarion, whom we haven't seen a great deal of yet.
Beginning of our
That slaps.
Call that a slap. This is a flat forearm around the temple. Could have killed her.
What are the guards doing? Your queen is blind and an angry widower is approaching.
Woman's hand! I told you to take the woman's hand!
Oh, compassion. Better to be feared than loved, Miriel.
I rule with compassion, Boromir. What? What is it now?
Aragorn? You alright?
I decree that you chop it in 2, so you each get half. Another peasant dispute. 2 women claiming they're the mother of this baby.
Oh, so you've said chop the baby in half, and then the real mother will present themselves by agreeing to lose the baby.
Exactly. I said... Oh.
What?
When my guards stepped in and exacted the order before... Oh, it's all over the floor.
Dad never screwed up one of those.
Betrayal to empty the glass. He also hated wasting good wine. So I drank it.
This guy's an alcoholic. This is classic self-justifying delusional behavior.
Honestly, officer, I only drank it because it was my dead dad's last glass of wine. It seemed rude to pour it away. I'm barely over the limit.
It's sad, really. The guy wants an intervention.
What if someone knew a way to turn many into enough?
Even with everything that Isildur did, it's actually his sister that's the bad egg.
No, not having it.
Is my great-great-great-great-great-great-aunt planning a coup?
You said you're more Numenorian, Aragorn.
I am.
Yeah, noble. Very noble.
Waiter, I'm trying to enjoy my dinner and this angry drunk guy just put his beer on my table.
He bounces in this restaurant.
Especially given the lower class of folk that were.
Did you just insult my father?
No, I believe I insulted you.
Knock his little foppy toupee off. Seems like a design flaw that it's possible to steal a Palantir. You'd think you could use the Palantir to see that someone was going to steal it.
Yeah, but she's blind. They really should have designed Palantirs with sound. It's not very accessible. Orcs have wives and babies. That's not what I was led to believe.
Oh, it was far easier to exterminate them in droves thinking they were born out of a mud pit, howling for man flesh.
No. Wizard, please. I have a wife. I have children.
Good Lord, Orcish scout. I shall cast you back into the mud from whence you came.
No. Gandalf? What's wrong?
Somebody loved me. Everything was beautiful.
Nothing. Boromir. Nothing. This really isn't what I was taught in sex ed.
In school, I was taught that male orcs, or just, orcs, took it in turns shagging the mud pit. Bit like Saltburn. Then, 9 months later, Bob's your uncle.
It's all propaganda. Now these orcs have been undehumanized. Well, don't we all feel really bad?
I don't.
We are safe here. We have a home. Must we go to war again?
So, orcs don't want to go to war. They hate us. They hew our bodies after the battle is done.
No worse than what happens in Call of Duty online.
That's online. I feel... What's this hot prickly feeling I have on my neck?
That's shame, Boromir. Because you destroyed so many orc families.
This was before, when orcs had free will, though. The orcs we knew were enslaved by Sauron.
Oh, so you're okay with murdering slaves that have families, eh?
I don't want to feel sorry for them, and yet... Is this empathy? Is this what Faramir was going on about all those years?
Damrod!
Damrod? Faramir's best mate was called Damrod.
Enough for a hill troll. Eesh. Still, better than Dodring.
Truskor Shars. Hunulgosh.
Ah, Gary Stevens is in this.
You said your ex-girlfriend was an orc, Gandalf. That's clearly a troll.
No, she's a giant, horrible orc.
Where is Sauron?
They hired a troll as an assassin.
There's one race I think that'll be least suited to being a stealthy assassin. It'd be a troll.
Not in line for the next Bond.
Aid, do you think you could provide? Rings.
Oh yeah. Let's see the power over flesh sales pitch in action.
Strength and will to govern each race. And they sparkle.
He's never mentioned you, Lord.
Annatar.
Also sounds like you've never mentioned you before.
It's his first time pronouncing his own name.
Digging a pit, Sauron. Durin knows I don't speak highly of him. We have a real problem with sincerity.
All men do.
Give it a rest.
All males do.
Elrond said that you were the wisest of all the dwarves. Did he speak true? Or is there someone else we should be treating with?
For the most famously successful manipulator and schemer in the history of Middle-earth, Sauron seems to have the same approach to interpersonal relations as one of the mean girls from school.
Elrond said that you were like really smart or something, but like, I don't know, maybe he was talking about someone else.
It is more scathing when you do it like that.
He doesn't know Elrond from a hole in the ground.
How do you know?
Because Elrond would never say such nice things about me.
Aren't you in the least bit relieved?
Good lad, Durin. I mean, if he'd said, Elrond spoke of you like you were a hairy little Oompa Loompa, then you'd have earned his trust.
But magic rings.
Exactly.
Last week, his wife sang to a mountain to try and persuade it to stop talking to her. And for some reason, magic rings is an unfathomable concept.
Supposing your High King were to discover... What about the High King?
Sauron, Master Deceiver. Let's see what he comes up with. I'm sure he's just getting warmed up.
No, I should not.
Also, the High King also said, no, I shouldn't. He said, you're not good at making stuff.
He did he?
Well, not those exact words, but what he did say was macaroni paintings. That's your level.
Your High King believes the dwarves to be unworthy.
He's not wrong.
Elrond. That's Sauron. He's enacting his plan to get dominion over all of Middle-earth.
You gotta give him credit where it's due, though.
This is my moment.
This is my moment.
My perfect
My perfect moment.
Wanker only has one arm.
Sorry, I'm so...
Oh my goodness. Is this how my ancestors got together?
Stabbing a knife in the leg.
That's actually symbolic in our family. Me and Lurtz are technically married now.
Sorry, I'm
Despite
so
what appears
sorry.
to be a hard life of subsistence and a recent volcanic eruption, that dentistry has held up really well.
Of course. Father didn't leave. He led everyone there.
I found this map with a circle on it, and they definitely said, what was it? He said rendezvous point. It was either that or ambush point. I couldn't quite hear him.
You're hoping to find kin as well.
My betrothed.
Actually, just decided you're actually quite heavy, and you're weighing my horse down, so get off.
What's happened?
Orcs. I was on my way to Pelagia when they waylaid
I was on my way to Pilates. They took my mat, my rubber ball, my stretchy ribbon.
Can you travel?
Of course I can.
And, I'm not betrothed.
When you say so. You, off the horse.
We ought to keep moving.
You're betrothed.
Least we can do is give him something to eat.
Is that a raw potato?
What a bitch.
What does she expect him to do with that?
Sorry you can't get up or walk due to your injuries. Good luck making any headway with this. Hope you like stomach cramps.
It's a reasonable reaction to being offered a raw potato for sustenance.
Raw potato when you only have 4 teeth.
Quite cunning. How many of these little interactive traps have the Southlanders set up?
It's believable. Guess it depends in the little Southlanders village just how many of them were classically trained.
Wow. Got to hand it to him. That was awesome.
It's a seal door. Remember? Elven memories do not dim.
Are all you elves just socially inept? All you have to do is go, oh yeah, but the Battle of the Dog and Duck. You rode it alone, didn't you? Yeah. I thought that was cool.
Elves can't lie to spare your little feelings.
Wild men outnumber us many to one in these woods.
What are you doing, Gandalf?
I'm sending out 74,378 letters personally asking people to subscribe to the channel.
To get to 1 million subscribers.
You're expecting a 100% opening rate. And every single one of those people to go to their desktop and subscribe.
Well, I've got some spares in case we get a few no-shows. It's Bronwyn.
Oh.
You know, you feel bad for Boromir. You have to complain until the cows come home that she survived 3 hours.
I shouldn't feel bad. It's good to see that she's not a mightier warrior than I. So.
Even the mightiest warrior can be slain by a single arrow.
Well, everything you wanted came true. Hope you're happy.
They're going to petition you to open the Royal Green Reserves.
How long will the reserves last?
Surely, in the hundreds of thousands of years of the dwarves founding underground empires, they've experienced an earthquake before.
Probably. Why?
Acting like there's literally no way to open up the tunnels where the sun shafts were. Didn't they build them?
Yes. They're master miners and engineers.
And we know they're not trapped in there because Durin and Disa have been going in and out to visit Eregion.
I think I see what you're getting at here.
Couldn't they quite easily use their skills as miners to open up new sun shafts in a few days? Just clear the rubble, put in some props, reinforce joists, Bob's your uncle.
Then there'd be no plot, Boromir.
Ah, there's always the excuse.
Wait till your children grow up.
I think it's great that the makers of the show have chosen to channel all the good dialogue solely into the scenes between the three dwarf characters.
Well,
Hitler just burned on a pyre.
kid aged like 5 years in a month.
Is that not normal? Well, you mortals seem to age quickly to me.
I'd say that kid's aged in a way that seems unnaturally fast.
Scheduling issues, probably.
What?
I mean, magic. Some sort of terrible curse on the land.
I thought he was getting better. There is a foulness in all Garrows, not easily forgotten by human flesh.
Don't sweat it out, dear. Human flesh is the weakness, not your skill as a healer.
Should have stuck some Athelas in it.
It's basically painkillers.
Your family will be whole again.
Ah, Crispies. Forgot you were here. She looks so different.
This village needs a healer.
The Hitler just burned on a pyre.
That means there's a job opening.
Do you ever know my father?
No.
Neither did I. But I know this much. He wasn't you.
If you never met him, how can you be so sure?
He'd know if he was a half-elf. It has a very distinct feel.
Do you really want your horse back?
The horse is the main character. What is it with this horse? Why is everyone so obsessed with it?
There's a lot of never-ending story nostalgia around these days. Maybe they want to tease us with the potential of another traumatizing Artax in the Swamp moment. With Black Spaghetti Sauron.
Oh, you guys are such boomers. Nobody cares about the never-ending story in 2024.
I like the second one best.
Such a stupid franchise. How can you even have a second never-ending story? Makes no sense.
Meet me here tonight. Moonrise.
That's really hard to judge. With like the clouds and seasons and everything.
Yeah, now it means I'm going to be on edge for hours. Checking the sky every few minutes.
Well, this is how we do the timer. I bite the different lights available to us. Just take sunset and add on half an hour.
What's an hour?
She drowned. Saving my life.
You'd think losing your parent due to your own stupid decision would cause you to grow into someone cautious and insular, who rarely took risks or behaved in ways that endangered yourself or others.
Oh. If ever there was a backstory for Isildur I wasn't expecting, it's I was an arsehole and made my mum drown. Why is he so hell-bent on remaining such an arsehole then?
Doesn't matter how many parents drown. Arsehole is as arsehole does.
Oh, Azza. You're Isildur's heir, not Isildur himself.
The same asshole lies on my bone.
Oh my goodness. Adar is her betrothed.
Could be Waldrick.
Again. First on the coal sheet. What was that thing?
Big troll.
Could be an Enslet.
It's not going to be an Entwife. It'll be a troll. Or a talking mummikill.
Words. The king spoke to me. And said it was from this.
Why is that such an issue? I mean, why do they care so much?
Because Palantirs are evil.
The technology itself isn't evil, but it could be used for evil things.
Huh?
It really depends on who's using it. If Sauron's got one, and they aren't all accounted for. It can be as dangerous as going on Omegle or chat roulette. Because there's always some creepy guy.
Why are you looking at me? Why do they care so much then?
Elf-made. Don't trust foreign tech.
Ah, yes. They're bigots.
Oh, that is a bit rich.
Take it away and destroy it.
No!
Ah, The same conundrum. Now we know she is the true owner because she would not see it harm.
Rite of passage moment for all new Normarian rulers. Numenorian rulers.
I really was under the illusion that my ancestors were civilized. But this is awful.
All societies are civilized till they feel under threat.
An eagle. Auspicious omen indeed.
So lucky, Miriam. All you need to do now is step forward and claim the eagle as your own omen. You'll be golden.
She can only hear it. She might think it's just a giant pigeon.
Yeah, then everyone will be like, does she think we're thick? Trying to pass off a pigeon as an eagle.
Did Dumbledore mean that? To endorse Pharaohon?
I thought the eagles could talk. Why didn't he just say? Or at least point his beak at his preferred candidate?
Yeah. Or pull your t-shirt off to reveal the slogan.
I'm going to ask him.
Wish an eagle showed up at my coronation.
Oh, we had loads around, but they said they didn't feel welcome for some reason.
Unwelcome? What gave them that idea?
They said there were great spikes everywhere they'd wanted to sit.
They were for the siege of Minas Tirith, to repel the Orcs.
I'm just saying, Aragorn, if you invite people to a wedding and you put great spikes on some of the guest seats, they might take offense.
Maybe if they didn't shit everywhere.
Ah, he touched the mithril.
These rings are going to be dodgy.
How do you know that these rings are dodgy, but the 3 elven rings are fine?
Because he touched these ones and made an evil face. Everyone knows you have to do an evil face towards the camera in order to cast an evil spell.
Haven't you been paying attention, Boromir? He can't have dodgified the first 3 rings because he didn't touch them.
Yeah, but isn't that kind of a made-up rule? You wizards have never needed to touch something to be able to do magic on it before. Couldn't he just go woodle, woodle, woodle and corrupt them that way?
I cannot even begin to explain to you how offensive it is to try to reduce all the awesome power of the Valar to woodle, woodle, woodle.
Seems a bit arbitrary to me.
Thank you for watching, and to all our patrons. You can catch up where we are watching the Fellowship of the Ring here.